Welcome to Meek Planet. Thank you for landing. Question: should drones, AI and robots be the future of crime fighting? Criminals are no match for these high-tech machines, which can track people in the dark, zoom into their eyes to identify eye color, or simply scope out locations with incredible accuracy. But, we need to be careful about how we use this technology, and make sure that it doesn't get abused by those who have access to it. There needs to be an open dialogue on what's acceptable, and what isn't, when it comes to drones, AI, and robots being used as crime-fighting tools. These machines don't have any of our human failings. They can see in the dark without being blinded by light. They never get tired of watching someone's every move for hours on end. There are relentless 24/7 surveillance systems, with unlimited range, and an arsenal of weaponry at their disposal. What happens when law enforcement starts using them to monitor people who aren't even suspected of committing a crime? Take, for example, the new aerial drone that's being developed by researchers at the University of California. It can be launched right out of a police officer's hands, and then autonomously track and follow an individual until backup arrives. Will we need to rethink Fourth Amendment protections from unreasonable search and seizure? Or from being deprived of liberty without due process? In the United States today, the government is already using drones for surveillance purposes over public areas, and they're even testing out facial recognition software with them. In some cases, law enforcement agencies have gone to court for permission to fly drones over private property. They've used force in order to gain access to cell phone data that's located on your phone instead of your wireless carrier. These are just some of the recent examples, where too much power has been concentrated in an unaccountable agency, and not nearly enough thought has gone into how this technology will be used by those who have access to it. Here are some other reasons we need to be careful we don't agree to the use of drones, AI, or robots too quickly, if at all. Reason number 1. Drones and robots can't distinguish between a suspect and an innocent person. Number 2. Police drones would be used by other government departments, like the IRS or DEA. Number 3. The use of drones may make police less likely to get out of their cars. Number 4. Unmanned machines cannot make moral decisions about whether they should shoot someone or not. Number 5. There is no guarantee that unmanned machines would follow orders from law enforcement officials. Number 6. A robot's sensors can't detect certain things, such as people in hiding or someone wearing camouflage clothing. 7. Robots are often controlled by people who are not at the scene of an incident. 8. Police robots could be hacked to harm or kill civilians, police officers, or the suspect they are pursuing. 9. The use of robots might not be a deterrent for crime, if the culprits knew there were no true consequences for running. 10. I could write 100 more. But you get the picture. I had you going with the list though, didn't I? Whether they're armed with a taser, a gun, or pepper spray, autonomous robots would make split-second decisions about taking a life, or inflicting serious injury, based on a set of computer programs. Police technologies malfunction all the time. For example, false positives are frequently generated by face recognition technology, audio gunshot detection, and automatic license plate readers. When this happens, the technology deploys armed police to a situation where they may not be needed, often leading to wrongful arrests and excessive force, especially against certain groups, erroneously identified as criminal suspects. If the malfunctioning police technology were armed and autonomous, that would create a far more dangerous situation for innocent civilians. Because of the potential for error, robots should have human oversight. But there are also other reasons to be concerned about using robots. The use of force by police officers is subject to Fourth Amendment protections, but robots are not. Innocent activities in public spaces, could trigger surveillance systems, resulting in excessive uses of force by robotically controlled police. While recognizing the usefulness of some forms of automated technology, we should be advocating for clear limits on their deployment and use. Ironically, some of the best insights about how to manage these technologies come from stories in movies and science fiction books and TV shows. For example, when asked if self-driving cars would be better drivers than humans, Google's head of Alphabet Division replied, "It turns out humans are flawed. They're fallible. They make mistakes, and we realized we had to redesign the driver and remove the driver from the picture as much as possible." As the world becomes more technologically advanced, some people are considering if robots, AI and drones, will replace police forces completely. Our answer is simple: that is cray-cray. Robots can help reduce occupational stress for officers by teaching them decision-making skills, but cannot be used to make decisions in situations that require judgment about human life. Drones may not be able to physically apprehend a suspect on their own, or protect an officer from gunfire, like they would with humans. However, these machines could still provide backup when needed. It's important that we don't rely too heavily on this technology, because it won't always work as planned, especially during tense moments of high emotion where lives hang in the balance. On the other hand, some people may think this is a great idea. To them, police officers had their chance, and therefore, must be surpassed by machines, since technology does not make mistakes like we do. The decline in crime rates would also be very desirable, and our budget could go towards more community outreach programs, and improving conditions for those that live in poverty. Right? Not sure. But the writing is on the wall, and they're coming to a neighborhood store near you soon. Oppositions to the idea of using robots, AI and drones are that they are very expensive, require a lot of training to use, don't have enough data yet to prove their efficiency in resolving crimes, in addition to being hacked into by cybercriminals. On the other hand, supporters believe that these machines would increase accuracy rates during investigations, and take over dangerous and tedious duties. What do you think? Who let the drones out? We say that we should stay conscious of this move. For example, a protest happening once they are deployed would be tolerated and allowed more than a freedom of expression, because they could crush the movement in seconds, kill thousands, remain anonymous. We should not rely too heavily on technology, because it is fallible, and does require a certain degree of human input. While this idea will and probably should be pursued, we need to do so carefully and cautiously, without sacrificing our values such as fairness, justice, individual freedom, and equality for all. Thank you for watching. Each time you watch a video on Meek Planet, your consciousness awakens. We are the Meek. Make everyone enriched and kept. Please like and subscribe.